the game of Amazon is won by who has the most reviews and who has the best positioning and ranking. But it's the chicken and the egg problem, because if you don't have reviews, then nobody buys your product. And if nobody buys your product, you don't get ranking. So how do we handle this problem? Oh my God. Well, you got to get reviews. The quickest way to try to generate revenue and get this thing off the ground. I don't know how long you've been in the game of business. I saw that your brand was launched in 2020, so a couple of years ago. But in general, the game of business, as you know, is a long haul. It's a marathon and it's a process. And the reason why most people are employees versus entrepreneurs and brand owners is because that process is challenging and it's full of up and downs. And you have to be willing to go through that process and put yourself in uncomfortable positions. It's all part of it, but it's not about being perfect. It's about progress, right? You got to make progress. If you get too focused on being perfect, then, we're going to have a tough time being perfect. So progress is the name of the game here. We want to keep things moving forward. And ideally, you stay above water. Above water is going to require that you have cash. We want to make sure that you don't run out of cash, because cash in a beginning stage of a business is oxygen. So I want to make sure that you protect your advertising dollars. Before we start going heavy on spending your money, we got to have a good strategy in place. And I can tell you that the path for you is going to be doing something called user-generated content. What we want to do is utilize other people that know how to talk well, they know how to communicate, and have them wearing your clothes. But the advertising of your products, of your brand, should be done by a person wearing your products. Not you, because you don't feel comfortable yet in the camera. This is a new world for you. So if you look at how you ask me, how did I build a company that does $50 million a year in revenue? Well, I have this powerful person who was my father. He passed away last year. He was creating content for 9 years, nonstop. And he had this incredible, unique ability to communicate and to provide value and to educate and to inspire people and to even entertain people. From that, I was able to funnel people into our Natural Slim brand and get these people to be interested in purchasing our products. When you remove a person like that from the equation, we are not where we are at today. Absolutely not, because that person built trust for us. When somebody called our call center or when somebody landed on our Shopify site, they already had trust that my father created in them. So when you don't have that in the equation, there's another route. The social media route still requires that you actually create content in order to get people to trust who you are. Because if you just avoid creating content and you just create a couple of marketing campaigns and you just do a single graphic or a video that is trying to sell something, that is inevitably going to lead towards negative return on investment. And if you have negative return on investment, you eventually run out of cash, which means that you eventually run out of oxygen, and that's where businesses fall apart. So our strategy has to revolve around getting other people to see your clothes, to see your gear, wearing it, making videos about them, talking about that, and getting them to get excited about it so they can communicate that excitement. And that's going to be funneled into other people trying to buy your products or showing interest for your product. And your advertising dollars should be spent on user-generated content. So there's several ways around doing that. You can the most affordable way is you making a list of people, all right? You make a list of all these people that are your friends and your family and your allies that you have accumulated over the years. And you say to them, hey, I want you to help me. I'm building my own brand. It's called PCM brand, and it's very exciting. And I'm helping a lot of people with my products, and people so far are loving these products. I want to see if you will be willing to wear it and make a video talking about what you feel about this particular product. And if you give that to me, it's going to mean the world to me. If you are not able to get people to do this for you, well, you probably don't have the right group of friends, right? Like I like to say to people, I jokingly say to them, well, you got to find other friends, because generally, when you have a good group of people, family and friends, they're willing to help you, and they're willing to go all in and to help you also accomplish your own dreams. So that being exhausted Once you exhaust that, then you have to start paying companies to help you do this. And that's where we start utilizing our most important asset, which is cash. There are companies out there that you can find to start creating content for you. There's different levels of this. There's, for example, one company called the 𝗙𝗪𝗟𝗪 Boys. B as in boy, A, Z as in zebra, A-A-R. They actually get other influencers to start creating content for your brand, and they post them on your social media, on their social media channels. They start basically talking about you, and then you are paying 𝗙𝗪𝗟𝗪 Boys, and 𝗙𝗪𝗟𝗪 Boys takes care of paying them. This is not necessarily something affordable for a startup. So that's not necessarily the right way to go about it, because it's more pricey. You're using other influencers, but you're also using a platform that helps you manage those influencers, and you can give these influencers a code so you can track at an individual level what each of these influencers are helping you generating sales. So that way you know if it's actually working, if they have your audience, or maybe their audience is not interested in it, etc. It's great strategy. Not meant for everybody. And then there's other apps. There's other softwares that we use over here. There's an app called 𝗙𝗪𝗟𝗪𝗙. This company, you can pay, I think it's somewhere around $100, and they can make you 1-minute clips or 30-second clips, and you got to send the merchandise to them, and they'll make you the video. Now you can go one step further, and you can hire our company to manage this for you, and we will contact these influencers ourselves. We will get the content, and we will get it edited and prepared for the social media channels. That's gonna maybe instead of paying $100, you're gonna have to pay now $250 or $300, and we manage the entire process. So you see, there's different stages. So the first stage, it's a very powerful one because you're leveraging your communication lines, your friends, your allies. I would say, look, the game of Amazon is won by who has the most reviews and who has the best positioning and ranking. But it's the chicken and the egg problem, because if you don't have reviews, then nobody buys your product. And if nobody buys your product, you don't get ranking. So how do we handle this problem? Oh my God. Well, you got to get reviews. So if you're launching a new product on Amazon, the best way to go about it is making a list of your friends and family, 100 people, and then having these people purchase your products, test them out, and give you an unbiased reviews on Amazon. And that's how you launch, because now you have some positioning in a platform that's going to judge you based on what other people think about you. The same game on social media. People are going to trust what other people say about your brand. Then if you get on a camera all day long to start talking about how incredible your shirts are and how special you are, people are going to trust other people more than they're going to trust you or any brand for that matter. That's why this is a very powerful strategy. So phase number one, making a massive list of these people that you can contact, sending them shirts, hats, whatever your gear is, asking them what they want, what do they want to try, getting their sizes, putting them in front of them, and then having them make you a video. And you can make them 3 to 5 step tutorial on how to make a video for you, how to grab that camera, vertical or horizontal, how to put it in front of them, the ideal lighting, or you can make something very basic and just say, make me videos like that. And then you take that content, we can help you get it edited, get it prepared for social media platforms, and that will be your number one advertising asset right there. With those assets, you're going to be able to get some attention because the social media platforms are more meant for unedited, raw content. The more edited a video is, the lower it tends to perform. I'll say that again. The more editing you put into a video, the less it tends to perform on social media. People don't respond to it as well. All right, it's incredibly surprising, but that's the way it is. Fancy content doesn't perform well on social media as much as content recorded with this incredible device that I'm just shooting on my phone and looking at something. If you're enjoying this content, please go ahead and subscribe. Help me comment below and let me know if you have any questions about marketing. And I'm on a mission to help as many of you as possible conquer the marketing world. So help me out. Subscribe, hit that button, hit that bell, get notified. Go ahead and subscribe right now.